That's right, we're getting a brand new gadget card, and most of Yugi's most famous cards are receiving retrains. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button. You know, no matter how competitive or how good that these are, this is the way to do nostalgia, in my personal opinion, by releasing new cards and actually making them be cool. So our cover art actually looks like it's Gandora, the Dragon of Destruction. We talked about that originally. It was probably going to be a Blue Eyes theme set, but no, they pulled out Gandora. So, Gandora. This is the Geese Gandora, the Dragon of Destruction. So, 0/0, level 8 Dark Dragon. You know, easy first and third effect this card's name once per turn. So, if you control a gold Sarcophagus of Light, you can special summon this card from your hand. That's pretty good. Gains 300 attack for each banished card. You can pay half your life points, destroy as many other cards as possible on the field, and if you do, banish them, and then special summon one level 7 or lower monster from your deck. It mentions gold Sarcophagus of Light, and if you do, increase the level of the monster, its level by the number of cards destroyed by its effect. Sounds like this is a Silent Magician support card. Which is actually really cool. Silent Swordsman 0. I love how they do have the growing up Silent Swordsman here in the back as well. So this is going to be 1000 light level 4 warrior. You can only use the third effect this card's name once per turn. Once during each standby phase, increase this card's level by 1. Alright, so we're keeping it canon. While this card's current level is higher than its original level, it gains attack equal to the difference times 500. Okay. When your opponent activates a card effect that targets the gold Sarcophagus of Light and or monsters that mention it, you control. Quick effect, and negate that activation if you do increase this card's level by 1. So, I'm assuming the gold Sarcophagus of Light is going to be like the essential point in this deck for things that you're going to need in order to have support, but you have a walking, talking negate that increases power based on its stats. It's pretty good. Silent Magician. Oh, we have the little grown-up Silent Magician in the back. This is so cool. Alright, Silent Magician 0. I see what I want to see here. Level 4 Light Spellcaster effect monster. 1000. You can only use the third effect this card's name once per turn. So if your opponent draws a card of cards, increase this card's level by the number drawn. And when this card's current level is higher than its original level, it gains 500 attack times the difference. Okay. When your opponent activates a spell card or effect, and you control the gold Sarcophagus of Light. Quick effect, you can negate that activation if you do increase this card's level by 1. 100% acceptable. That's actually pretty good. As long as you have the gold Sarcophagus of Light, you got a free spell negate. Okay, and it gets power. I do like the fact that these do start little, and then you start progressively snowballing them into larger power increases. And then here we go. This is the Tricolor Gadget. This is amazing. On a 1311, how are they weaker together? Like, I don't actually, this should have been a 1400 at least, symbolize green's power. But level 4 Earth Machine Effect monster. You can only use the first and second effects this card's name once per turn. If this card is no more special summoned, you can add one gold Sarcophagus Light or one spell and trap card that mentions it from your deck to your hand. Somehow the gadgets still remain the searcher of the archetype. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can set one Stronghold, the Hidden Fortress, directly from your deck. Okay, so if your opponent does out this, it does leave you behind a nice little present in the form of Stronghold, which I guess that's a cool little callback, right? But the gadgets being the searcher for the gold Sarcophagus or spell and trap card that mentions it is kind of cool. And then we have Marshmallow. You get the extra squishy in there. Okay, so during your opponent's turn, this is a 300, 500 on a light fairy. You can only use the first and third effects this card's name once per turn. During your opponent's turn, if you control the gold Sarcophagus of Light, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. Why? But okay. While you control the gold Sarcophagus of Light, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, your opponent cannot target other monsters for attacks. Okay. If this card is destroyed, you can special summon one of your other marshmallows that is banished in your hand, deck, and or graveyard, and if you do, inflict 1000 damage to your opponent. Imagine if you could soft loop this. So one marshmallow leads into another, which I suppose is kind of cute for what this is, but it's a once per turn float. So, okay. I mean, they really were trying here. Now, I believe, yep, this is the Gold Sarcophagus of Light. On a continuous spell card, this art actually is really, really nice. So, you can only use the second and third effects of this card's name once per turn. So this cannot be destroyed by monster effects. Okay, that's pretty good. During your main phase, you can add one card from your deck to your hand that mentions the Gold Sarcophagus of Light, except for the Gold Sarcophagus of Light. Okay. If your opponent special summons a monsters from the graveyard, you can discard one spell card, target one of those monsters, and send it to the graveyard. That is a once per turn answer to something, which is a little bit disappointing, but it would have been cool if we could have used that multiple times, because it is, you know, discard a spell card in order to send. So it's not too bad, but our Searcher actually does a lot for our deck, probably a lot more than it should. Next up is the True Silence. Okay, so we have some leveling up to do here. So, spell card, quick, but you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. Target one face of monster you control. Increase its level by 3. If you activate this card in response to your opponent's monster effect activation while you control the Gold Sarcophagus of Light and a monster that mentions it, negate that effect. Okay. If you're a monster that mentions the Gold Sarcophagus of Light battles during damage calculation, you can banish this card from your graveyard to end the battle phase. Holy crap, that is really good. Okay. Next up is the Ties of the Comrades. And that is Stronghold. We have Gandora, Silent Magician, Silent Swordman. This is literally the whole gang here. So you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. So if you control the Golden Sarcophagus of Light and a monster that mentions it, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn after this card resolves. Special summon up to 2 level 4 or lower monsters with different names from your hand or deck that mention the Gold Sarcophagus of Light. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. So technically, you could Sarcophagus into the Gadget into this, the Gadget special too. You get extra deck lock, which doesn't really matter all that much, and you could put the 2 Silence on the field, and basically you're off to the races. The fact that this does extra deck lock you tells me that they didn't want to explore any other options for Yugi. You know, the fact that Yugi did have other cards, you know, but I believe that was Yami's counterpart that typically did most of the Gaia Dark Magician things, technically. So, okay. What else we got going on back here? The Silence Towards the Future. Okay, so we got another quick play spell card here. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. This lets you add a monster from your deck to your hand that mentions the Gold Sarcophagus of Light, and then if you activated this card during the battle phase, while you controlled the Gold Sarcophagus of Light and a monster that mentions it, each player draws until they have 6 cards in the hand. Holy crap. They actually just gave us the legendary Card of Sanctity printed on a spell card, but also it is technically Silent Magician, the card that does want to have the massive filtering / a draw power, because remember, Silent Magician would always gain power and things like that. So that's a cute little homage here to the tie-in to Silent Magician and wanting to get as much draw power as actually possible. Okay, and then we have the Hidden Stronghold. Oh my, there's the gears. This goes hard. I like this. So, continuous trap card. Special summon this card as an effect monster. Earth Machine, level 4. 0 attack, 2000 defense with these effects. This card is still treated as a trap card. So, this gains 1000 attack for each card you control with the Gold Sarcophagus of Light, or that is Gold Sarcophagus of Light, or a monster that mentions it. Holy crap, this is going to get fat. Okay. Once per turn, when your opponent's monster declares an attack and you control the Gold Sarcophagus of Light, you can destroy that opponent's monster. Wow. They actually made Stronghold into a really good card, actually. These cards are interesting. I think the Ties of the Comrades at least makes this a semi, competent deck. And, you know, if you really want to play Yugi's cards competitively, this looks like a great opportunity to do so. So what do you think? Please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons! Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.